Hi, I'm Nic Natarella with AdWise Creative. How do you create a YouTube channel for your business? I'll tell you up front, a lot of people try to make a YouTube channel for their business, but it ends up being like a 30-minute advertisement. And that turns off a lot of people. So let's turn that around and make it a lead magnet, client generating way to get your business up and running. And once you're done with this video, you're going to see the big difference between a whole bunch of advertisements for your business versus making it a customer-centric channel for your business. A real lead-generating client magnet revenue machine. How to connect with your potential clients, how to establish your authority in the niche, and to get them to hire you. Now, the number one way to connect with your clients is to read their minds. Now, yes, that's impossible. Not exactly. You can read their minds for what's coming up. There are a bunch of people who have already asked a bunch of questions about your industry, maybe even specifically about your business. Suffice it to say, they've gone to Google, they've gone to YouTube, they've typed in a question, and trust me, Google and YouTube don't let any questions go by the wayside. They recorded them, and now there's this entire library about what you do that people have been asking about. Well, now you get to step in, take those questions, and give them your answer. So how do you find the questions? A couple different ways. Number one, go to Google. Start typing in something like personal trainer. If that's what you want to be found for, if you're a personal trainer, that's a pretty common term to search for a personal trainer. The problem is there's going to be like, you ever seen that little number way at the top of Google that says 6,352,448 results? You don't want to be part of that number. They'll never find you. The joke is, where's the best place to bury a body? On page 3 of Google, because nobody ever looks there, okay? So if you're past page 3, forget it. You're never going to get found. But there is a way to get you a lot closer and at least get you on page 1, if not number 1. When you type in, say, personal trainer, there's going to be some other things like Google's going to make some suggestions like, what can a personal trainer teach me? How can I get in touch with a personal trainer? How do personal trainers teach you how to work out? When you start getting these longer answers, start writing those down and start writing them down verbatim. It's going to be crucial that you use the exact wording here in a moment. I'll tell you why. So you're going to be building your list of all of these topics that people are already asking. There are tons of programs out there like SEMrush or Ubersuggest, and they actually do hardcore SEO research. What they're doing is they're looking for, in each one of those programs, there is a little button that once you type in, say, personal trainer, there's a little button down there that says questions. And it will automatically take you to the questions that people are asking about personal trainers. You make note of those because those are the questions that you want to answer, mainly because you know people are asking them. And you want the stuff that has a slightly lower search volume. And that'll be one of the columns of information. You don't want something in the 7, 8, 9, 10,000 or above. That's just going to waste your time. Being one of 7,000, But look at the stuff that's like 200 and below, 110 and below, down to all the way to 10. Those, they get 10 searches a month, 20 searches a month, 50 searches a month. You're going to be one of them. In fact, there's a really good chance that you're going to be the number one answer because when you publish your episode or your podcast or whatever it is, your YouTube video, any one of those, you're going to use that exact wording that you found earlier. And when that exact wording matches up with that exact question, it's kind of a no-brainer for Google and YouTube to figure out what you're talking about because you have linked directly to what's being asked. And then you just give them your answer. Now, yours could be one of a million different answers, depending on all the other personal trainers out there. But suffice it to say, when you match one-to-one specifically and verbatim to what they've asked, you have got the inside track. There's an analogy I like to use. Think of your potential customers as going on a cruise. They're on the boat. That means they're sitting in front of their computer. They're not exactly sure where they want to go. They kind of like definitely something tropical. Maybe it's got some mountains involved. They really like some nice beaches, probably some really exotic flowers, or maybe even some hiking. All these little things just kind of cloud they're really not dialed into where they want to go. But when they finally figure it out and go, aha, I'm heading to Hawaii. There you are, standing on the shore with a ring of flowers in your hand, waiting for them to disembark. You are already there. So who better than the person they discovered on the beach? Why not come talk to you? You clearly have met all the criteria that they've been searching for. The hiking, the camping, the mountains, the flowers, the luxurious beaches, and there you are. You've obviously answered their criteria right up front. So they're going to start to pay attention to you. That's the way I like to look at it. You're already there, waiting for them to step off the boat. So through your videos, now they've asked a specific question, and there's one with a specific answer, exactly labeled the way they asked it. Well, let's see what this person's all about. And they click play. This is where you get to shine. You not only matched up their initial criteria, now let's see a little bit of your personality, and you answer that question. Whether they like the answer or not, well, maybe you've got a little hard truth that you have to explain or something like that. But at least they know they are getting the answer that they're looking for because your title matched their question 100%. So this is where your teaching comes in. And trust me, this is going to be a shock to the system, but just hear me out. Give away the farm. Teach them everything they need to know, as if they were going to do this by themselves. You need to be that detailed, give them enough information that they can do it, because several things are going to happen. Number one, the people who think they can do it themselves, they'll go off and they'll do it themselves and they won't even bother you again, and you don't need them as clients. Number two, they're going to sit there and go, wow, that's really cool. I like that approach. Those are the folks that are going to hire you and want you to do it for them. Those are the ideal clients. They already understand what you're doing. You don't have to sell them on anything. Seriously, I can't even say it. When I say you have to sell them on it, I just feel dirty and nasty. I mean, isn't that really something that you don't want to do? Wouldn't it be nice to just say, hey, let's do this? And they go, that sounds like a good idea. That's the kind of client you want, right? That's what you're presenting here. In your knowledge and in your teaching, those are the clients that you're generating, and they're a joy to work with. Now, this is just the overview. There's some really deep stuff that we could get into. Is there anything in particular that you want to hear more of? Comment down below. Let me know what you need a deep dive into. I will be more than happy to do it for you. Just let me know. I read all the comments, and we'll get back to you. And the most important thing at the end of any one of your videos, again, this is going to be for your business, so there has to be some kind of a funnel or a procedure or maybe a value ladder involved. And you start off with anything that you can possibly do and ask them to book a call. It is during a strategy call or a free consultation call that you really find out what they're looking for and to see if this is going to be a good match for both of you. Maybe there's some type of a PDF download that they can get to help jumpstart. And when it comes to PDF downloads, you do need to give them something of substance that gives them something actionable, that they can have a quick victory and know that they've kind of won something right off the bat. Give them something that feels good and gets them up and running. Another very popular one is an infographic, something that explains a procedure, something that a lot of people ask about. Again, another teaching moment that they can find tangible, a download, something they can print, something they can listen to, a short video series, 3 or 4 videos that talk about ideal workout or the right way to use an IRA in your investments or something along those lines. A short video series to help them learn a little bit more. And of course, you're going to be teaching it from your perspective, how you use it in your business and with your clients. So that's going to be something that they can obviously connect to and realize, oh, I like the way this goes. I am going to hire him. The CTA, the call to action at the very end of every video, is absolutely crucial, and that moves you along the value ladder and along the sales funnel. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't say I had something free for you. See where I'm going with this? My friend Nate Woodbury wrote this book, A Hero's Guide to Influence, on YouTube. This is a phenomenal book. It gets you up and running in every way, shape, or form when it comes to your YouTube channel. He's given me a bunch of copies that I can now make available to you at cost. Simply pay shipping and the printing cost. This is quite the book, too. It's all full color. There's lots of graphics in it. Graphs, graphics, pictures, all kinds of good stuff. It covers everything from content creation all the way to uploading and how to edit your videos and everything. This is going to be your new YouTube tome. This is going to be the book to get you through all of it. Click the link below. Fill out your information, and we will get one of these in the mail to you as quickly as possible. Did this make sense? I hope it helped. I hope you got something out of it. I'm Nic Natarella. Thank you for watching.